Are you getting ready to sell your home but aren't quite sure what you should spend on improvements? Well, you're in luck. Today, our real estate expert, Monte Mohr, is here to give us some tips. Monte, welcome back to the show.
Great to be here, Casey.
All right, we have some questions we're going to get through. You've got some great advice.
I really like these questions. I really do.
That's right. All right, let's start with the first one. Steve and Cindy out in Franklin. They write in and say, we're thinking about remodeling our kitchen before we put our home on the market. Should we? It's going to cost over $20,000 to do so if we change out the appliances too. What would you tell Steve and Cindy?
Well, typically, Casey, what I say is don't spend a lot of money on your home before you sell it. It's really hard to recoup those dollars, but there are certain price ranges, certain things are expected. For instance, if a home's over $200,000, granted, it's probably expected. If it's under $200,000, it's probably an overdue on the house. But on $20,000, I wouldn't spend $20,000 on a kitchen unless my home was over $300,000. Again, it will help it sell, but you probably won't get those dollars back out of the home.
Okay, good advice there. All right, second question is also from Steve and Cindy. They have another question. They also ask, what are the best improvements we can make before selling for return on invested time and money? What would you say there?
Well, really, truly, once someone gets past the basics that we've talked about before about decluttering and lightening, brightening, and so forth, if you're going to spend money on the house, probably paint and carpet is really your best investment. It's amazing what that will do to refresh a house.
All right, kind of freshens it up.
It really
gives
does.
Us that new look.
It truly does, and it doesn't have to be expensive carpet.
All right, good advice. Okay, Kelly in Nashville writes in and says, I've always wanted a pool and we're thinking of having one installed this spring. Can we expect to get our money back when we sell for this kind of investment? That sounds pretty nice to have a pool, but is it worth it?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kelly. I appreciate that. You know, I see so many times where somebody puts $50,000 in their backyard and wants to get that money back out of it. Truly, I think you have to learn the term personal enjoyment because that's where the greatest part of that value is going to go. You may, in a good market, you may get 50 cents on the dollar back for an improvement like a pool or a hot tub. But in this kind of a market, it may help it sell, it may not help it sell because somebody doesn't want a pool or somebody does. But don't expect that money back. It's called personal enjoyment.
All right, personal enjoyment. Good to know there. And Jimmy, he also writes in from Donaldson, and he asks, we're about to put our home on the market and are wondering if we need to get an appraisal first. We've been here for 20 years, and we really have no idea what our home is worth. Please advise.
Well, Jimmy, you can spend the $400 to get an appraisal, but really, truly, I'd first of all go to an experienced real estate professional. We have the same data that an appraiser has. There's no point in spending that money. And remember, whatever number is coming out, anybody's coming up with today, it's a flexible number. It's a ballpark. Don't expect your house to always sell for that appraised value, whoever gives it to you.
Okay. Can you tell us more about your website and what people can find there as far as resources go?
Well, I've got all kinds of things, Casey. I mean, one great tool is clicking on the What's My Home Worth button. It gives you all that free information and no obligation. You know, again, my website talks about selling your home for free. In case you have a home to sell but you're wanting to buy one first, I'll waive the entire listing portion of the commission to help you price your home correctly in today's market. All kinds of great tools on that site.
That's great. And hey, let's mention the happy customer of the week.
We got a great customer here. I love these folks. This is one of my favorite couples, Tryman and Opal. You know, I helped them sell their home after they tried a couple of different times. You know, I'm always asking successful couples, how do they make it? They've been married for over 54 years. Aww. And when I asked Opal this, Opal said, well, he was on the road working for the first 40 years. That helped a lot.
Oh. Well, that's the secret, I guess. There you go. But
so
you
keep
really
that in mind, Casey. I hope you're taking notes.
There we go. I've got it down right here. But they sold it in just 65 days.
65
so a short
days
amount of time.
sold.
A lot of people are struggling right now to get their home sold, and you can help them do it quickly too.
We can. We again, by lowering the cost to do so, we get the home sold quicker.
All right. It helps them out a
Yes,
lot. Thank you so much, Monte.
Thank you for the privilege.
Hey, if you need help buying or selling your home, call the Mohr Group at 615-376-4500, or to reach Monte directly, you can call 615-300-8393. Again, that's 300-8393. We also have a link to the website, NashvilleRealEstateAdvisor.com. It's up on the More at Midday section of WSMV.com.